अगर आप ऐसे लोगों से सराउंडेड हो जो कि बहुत क्रिटिकल है और नेगेटिविटी को एग्जैजुरेट करके हमेशा एक्शंस लेते हैं, मतलब दे यूज़ अ लॉट ऑफ शेम टू एक्चुअली टेल पीपल व्हाट्स रॉन्ग विद देम, एंड दे मोस्टली फोकस अ लॉट on mistakes, negativity, and they often give feedbacks while shaming and humiliating people, whether it is in a very aggressive way or it is in a very softer way, like pointing it out and showing it like how you are the wrong person always. Then what are the certain things that you need to take care of while dealing with these kind of people? Now there are situations where they can be avoided, or you can have some amount of detachment, but you can definitely come across a dynamic where this person could be your immediate boss that you report to, or could be a family member to whom actually you can't develop that kind of detachment or isolation. So what is it that you can really do? First thing is that we need to understand that our self image should be very secure. If your image by yourself is not secured, and you have this habit of proving yourself by overachieving, or you have this habit of pleasing your authorities, that people whoever at are in authority position, they should be always happy with you. If you are of this sort of belief system, they are going to definitely take a disadvantage of that. So they will be pointing out to each and everything that you are doing. It's not only that they do it with you, they do it with a variety of people, because it is a part of their nature and habit of how they are. So, first, you need to be very secure about who you are as a person. You must know your areas of strengths and your areas of improvement. So, when they are actually saying something bad about your areas of strength, you know clearly that this is a projection of their criticism onto you, and you know that this is your strength. For example, if I know that creating videos is my strength, and if somebody had to give me a taunt about an area of improvement, they would say it in such a way कि बस वीडियो बना के थोड़ी ना घर चलता है, या वीडियो बना के थोड़ी ना सारा काम चलता है. So this is a very cynical remark to make, and you know that somebody is trying to minimize you by pointing out something that is a good thing inside of you, राइट. एंड फिर ये पर्सन एक्सप्लेनेशन देगा कि मैं तो इसके अच्छे के लिए बोल रहा हूँ, या मैं इसके अच्छे के लिए बोल रही हूँ ना, कि बस अपने स्ट्रेंथ्स के ऊपर ध्यान दे के नहीं चलता, अपनी एरियाज इम्प्रूवमेंट पे भी ध्यान देना होता है. सो दिस इज़ अ वेरी शुगर कोटेड वे ऑफ सेइंग थिंग्स टू यू, बट actually how you take it is also a very big point in consideration. So you must know your areas of strength and your areas of improvement. तो अगर मुझे कोई चीज़ नहीं आती है and I am in the learning process, I need to tell myself I am in the learning process. And whenever these people point it out, they point it out and they try to trigger your shame. And if you already are operating from a place of shame कि अरे मुझे ये नहीं आता, कैसे होगा and all of that, मुझे ये आना चाहिए था, so things become more difficult. So give yourself the permission to move with curiosity कि अच्छा मुझे नहीं आता, मुझे ये सीखना है. If you remove shame for your system, and shame यहाँ पे present ही नहीं है, तो ये लोग shame को trigger कर ही नहीं सकते, because now your curiosity is activated, not your shame. So this is the first thing to deal with such people. Second, you have to be aware of your own critical voice. So what happens that if there is a critical voice inside of you, and you also have somebody in your surrounding who is constantly poking about every small details outside, so you might end up taking it very personally कि ये हमेशा ऐसा मेरे साथ ही क्यों करता है, या मेरे साथ ही क्यों होता है, एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. द पर्सन माइट बी डूइंग इट deliberately to trouble you, or maybe not to trouble you. That is their nature only. There is no way to actually change them, because we can't change other people unless and until they are willing to change. So that could be a part of their nature, and it's important for you to not take it personally, for you to understand कि ये इंसान ऐसे ही वे में सबको फीडबैक देते हैं और ये इनका तरीका ही है चीज़ें करने का. सो लेट मी यूज़ इट टू माई एडवांटेज. सो इफ़ दे आर अ सीनियर और अथॉरिटी जिनकी बात करने की आदत ही ऐसी है, यू एक्सट्रैक्ट द पॉजिटिव आउट ऑफ इट एंड लीव रेस्ट. एंड आपको लगेगा कि जब ये इंसान का तरीका ऐसा है तो मैं कैसे पॉजिटिवली ले लूँ, राइट. सो व्हाट हैपन्स व्हेन यू आर जजिंग द जजमेंटल, यू आर क्रिटिसाइजिंग द क्रिटिकल, आप भी वही बन जाते हो. मतलब कि लेट्स से कि कोई बहुत क्रिटिकल है, आपको उससे बहुत परेशानी हो रही है, बहुत गुस्सा आ रहा है, यू आर नॉट एबल टू डू एनीथिंग अबाउट इट, यू आर फीलिंग हेल्पलेस, तो आपके अंदर भी बहुत गुस्सा पनपने लगता है एंड यू स्टार्ट टू एक्चुअली फर्स्ट थिंक बैड अबाउट दिस पर्सन एंड देन ऑल्सो say bad about this person behind their back to other people, and then you want to prove yourself right and that person wrong. और ये होता है पैसिव अग्रेशन, कि आपके मन में उस पर्सन को लेकर पैसिव अग्रेशन डेवलप हुआ है। तो वो जो एक विशियस लूप है ऑफ जजमेंट, रिजेंटमेंट एंड क्रिटिसिज्म, ये कभी ख़त्म ही नहीं होता जब तक कि एक इंसान जो उस डायनामिक में फंसा हुआ है वो कॉन्शियस नहीं हो जाता ऑफ हाउ दिस डायनामिक ऑफ शेम एंड क्रिटिसिज्म इज़ वर्किंग. So that is why it's important for you to actually communicate if you are feeling angry. So what is the first thing that you can do if you are seeing that somebody is only pointing towards your negative and आपको लग रहा है कि ये जो है ना, this is not fair because I also end up doing something that is positive. So you can actually have a conversation with this person that don't you see anything positive in the things that I am doing, because you want to be seen and you want to be appreciated and there is nothing wrong about it. So if you say this in front of many people, to defend themselves, right, again they might say that, oh, you are such a desperate person who wants appreciation and all of that. So be ready for all these kinds of attacks. But if you are angry about their filter being only negative, it's okay to just point it out. Okay, and then they will say, no, you do these things also that are good. So you can get some kind of acknowledgement. Express the needs, not in the expectations that they would be met or not, but when you express your needs, you are at least validating yourself to have that need. And there's nothing wrong when you are feeling that a person is saying only one side of the picture and not the complete picture. It's okay to actually communicate it to that person in a very firm and a grounded way, not in a way that's a personal attack, not in a way that's trying to show the person how they are wrong, but just to express your need. At least you know that you have expressed your need to this person, that this is how your actions are making me feel. Even at workplace, the relationships are not personal, so you can choose to actually depersonalize the experience and keep working on your own stuff and minding your own business. But when it is at home or in your personal relationships, you definitely want to bring out this pattern and say that this is how I feel. I feel unseen and underappreciated. So if you have always had problems with, feelings of being invisible as a child, or feelings of having problems with the authority, such kind of issues always arise. So consider working on your belief system that you have regarding authority figures. So giving an example, that many children come from this belief system that I need to please the authorities or I need to overachieve to make the authorities happy. So whenever some or the other form the authority is entering their life, they're very scared. Even after becoming adults, they're very scared of their bosses. They don't want to talk to their bosses, or even a small feedback given by a boss can feel like a criticism. That is why whenever you are starting to work under somebody in the hierarchy, it's very important to develop a good sense of self which is assured and secure, and knowing that everybody has their strengths and areas of improvement, and going with that openness that I will be criticized about my areas of improvement, and I am going to not take it personally but positively with curiosity. And whenever there will be shame, I'm going to sit with myself, make myself comfortable again, and again go and work on my areas of improvement. You see, by not getting bitter and giving into that dynamics of criticism and shame, you get so much of empowerment to learn, to get curious, and to move in your life forward. So keep choosing the empowering places no matter how much people or situations try to disempower you. If you need any guidance through my coaching and mentoring services, you can book a session by using the link in the bio. Bye bye. See you in the next